Hello friends, this video is kind of a little bit more serious than I normally do, so if you can just bear with me, watch this video and let me explain myself as to why I'm not going out this year to the polls to vote in the 2024 election. As you know, both of the candidates are really interesting people and they both have their own agendas at hand. Me personally, I just felt like the past couple of elections that I voted in, I've always felt like my voice just wasn't being heard. And I feel like it really is kind of a waste of time to gather up all my kids, make sure I'm registered to vote, get in the car, drive to the polls, stand in line for hours and hours on end just to vote. And then, I mean, it's just a lot of work just to not get my voice heard. I'd rather just stay home and crochet and drink a little bit of coffee, watch some YouTube videos. Like I don't see the hype around voting anyway. Like I said, I prefer just not to vote. And I know some of y'all are gonna be like, Alea, it's super important to vote, your voice needs to be heard. I just don't want to go out there. I just don't want to do it. I do not want to do it. I'd rather just crochet and forget about all the world problems and forget about all of the political things that are happening right now in the United States. I really hate election season anyway. I'm just not a political person. Like, why can't we all just get together and crochet and knit? That would bring the most peace in the earth, right? So until there's a candidate out there who thinks that it should be mandatory for everybody to learn how to knit and crochet, I don't think I'm gonna be voting anytime soon. I just don't think it's worth actually going out to the polls to vote. So what I did do is become an absentee voter this year. Yes, guys, so I know I trolled y'all a little bit. I thought it would be really funny, but no, it's super important. I know some of y'all are getting ready to like smash your keyboards and type out a long paragraph. You can delete the paragraph now. I was just joking. It is really important for you to vote, especially this year. There are so many things that are happening. You need to go out to vote. I know that my demographic right now is a little bit younger, so if you are not registered to vote, it's super easy. I'm going to link it down below. Go ahead, put in your information. It's going to let you know if you're registered to vote. Now, the super important part, I don't like going to the polls. I don't like going out to the polls. And yes, that is true. I would have to bring all of my kids. I'm saying all of my kids like I have 5 kids. I don't have 2 kids, but it's equivalent to about 6 of them because they're crazy. But I would have to take my kids, stand in line, and vote when you could just easily be an absentee voter and get your ballot mailed to your house, do your voting thing, and then mail it off. How easy is that? So that's why I became an absentee voter this year, and you can too. But first, you have to be registered to vote. It's super important. I would never tell anybody to not vote. That is not me. What I would tell you is that there are many other ways for you to vote. You can get your absentee ballot, or you can actually go to the polls, which I prefer not to do because it's just not my thing. So please, if you are not registered to vote, please vote, okay? Please vote. Please vote. I don't care who you vote for. Just vote, because your voice is super important, especially in this 2024 election. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you who to vote for because I feel like it doesn't matter. Either way, somebody's not going to be happy with my viewpoints. And I prefer personally to just keep my political views to myself. Unless you're asking me personally, then I might talk to you about it. But I don't want to use my platform, my crochet platform, for any type of political anything. I know there's a lot of crochet activists out there, and that's great for them. Crochet and the fiber arts have always been a wonderful platform for women and men to express themselves and express their political views. I think that's great. I've seen a lot of amazing work done. I've seen people use their platform to fundraise money for politicians' campaigns, which I think is amazing if that's what you want to do. But that is one thing that I refuse to do on this channel, is use my channel as a vote for either politician in either party. And I also prefer to keep my political views off of the internet. I just feel like it doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you do, people are always going to say that you're wrong. It's kind of like saying when people talk about Starbucks, People can say, oh my god, Starbucks is the best, and there's some people who absolutely hate Starbucks. And when it comes to Starbucks, okay, people have very strong views. When it comes to politics, people will literally make you out to be a horrible human being as soon as they find out what party you are a part of. Like, it's so crazy. And crochet for me is an outlet to relieve stress, to unwind after a long day. So I'd rather keep it that. Politics kind of stresses me out. I'm not gonna lie, politics does stress me out, and I know it's super important because that is how our country is ran, and it is important for us to practice our democratic right. However, it is super stressful, and what I like to do is keep anything stressful out of my favorite craft, which is crochet, Tanisha crochet, fiber arts in general. I like to keep those two things separate, and I mean separate, like a long distance away, because it's just not. There's a time and place. This is not the time and place for crochet activism. Now, I would like to know down in the comments. Don't tell me who you're voting for. Don't even talk about politics in general. But I do want to know, do you enjoy political craftivism? I know that might be a new word for some of you guys, but that is what a lot of fiber artists have been calling it when you use your craft for political activism. Once again, I think it's a wonderful way to express your political views through craft. People have been doing it for years now, so it shouldn't be any different now. However, I just won't be participating in it. It's just not my shtick. So I do want to know down below in the comments, do you like political craftivism? Is that something that you enjoy? Do you participate in it? Or do you rather that crochet and politics be completely separate? Do you prefer it that way? Because I generally prefer it that way. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I know it was a silly one, but I hope that you didn't get too mad at the beginning of this video. I promise you, I do not want to hurt anybody's feelings. But please, if you are not registered to vote, the link is going to be down below. Please make sure you are registered to vote, so when you get to the polls, you don't have any. If you do decide to go out to the voting polls, you have no problem voting. If you decide that you want to be a absentee voter like myself and vote from the comfort of your own home, I will also put that information down below in the comments. But please, no matter who you vote for, no matter what your political views are, please vote, because it is very important for your voice to be heard in this upcoming election. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, create something gorgeous. Bye, guys.